The following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Sitting down and designing, where every man in my thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
British punk, yo, wanna be Jimmy Star, new celebrity.
We'll take you out to Jimmy Star.
Hello. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, bringing you the good times in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment. Hope everybody's having a great day. We're going to have a fun show for you guys today. Before we get started, let's say hi to everybody, starting out with my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell.
I absolutely love and adore these Welsher things, whatever they are. I don't have a mic up. I'm getting senile. I love and adore these Welsher things.
Welches.
They're delicious. What are they called?
Welches.
What did I say?
Welsher.
Whatever. They're delicious and they give you energy, and I'm addicted. I have to go to Betty Ford now to kick this habit of having these delicious energy gummy bears by Welch's grape juice and grape jelly.
Welch's fruit snacks.
It's called Welch's Food Snacks.
Fruit snacks.
Oh, shut up. Today he's out to bust my shoes. Anyway, I think they should give me a bunch of them for free now. Okay, Welch's? Now that I plugged
Dawn
you.
says her granddaughter was eating those this weekend.
Oh, I love them.
With chopsticks.
I friggin' love them.
Oh.
Anyway, go, Jimmy. Go while I chew.
So what's up, everybody? We got a great show for you guys today. Starting off with our first guest is going to be Alex Skolnick. He is the guitarist for the thrash metal band Testament. And then we have Pauline Irene Stacey coming on, who is a friend of ours who wrote a book called No Time to Clean, Listen to Pauline. And we have Astro sitting here, too. So it's going to be a fun show, and we're going to have a good time. They say they love our shirts. Okay, good. He's got his Michael Kors shirt on. Actually, I think I need to raise this a little bit, too. Hold on. Let me just raise this up a little bit so my head's not cut off by the sign. Okay.
I think we're dark again, but that's always what I think.
No, we're good. Okay. Here's what we look like over here. We're not dark. We're good.
I'm dark.
So we're all good. No, it won't be once it gets corrected. See, it's not dark. All right, everybody. So we got a fun show for you today. Before we get started, so we started watching two different shows, you guys, that we really liked a lot. And one of them, we watched the whole first season on the Sci-Fi Channel. It's called Resident Alien, and it's hilarious. And you guys should watch it because the guy is so good in it. And the Alien looks like a lot of fun, so you guys should check out Resident Alien. And last night we started watching Ghosts, which the episodes are only like 25 minutes long, and I guess it's based on a UK TV series about a girl who inherits like a house full of ghosts, and it's hilarious.
First 3 episodes, not so hot. Then it gets really good, so stick with it. The beginning is kind of corny and boring and a little stupid, kind of Disney childlike, but then as it gets on, it gets more mature and more interesting, so stick with it.
Yeah, it's very much fun.
You know, I have to get up now and get something that Sherry Nelson sent us. It was a Christmas present, and it's been on Facebook, but I don't think we've done it yet on our show.
No, because it came Thursday.
So forgive me as I get up and disturb everything.
In the meantime, I'll say hi.
Cameras and lights over.
I'll say hi to everybody in the chat room. What's up? Teresa Sabin is in Florida. We got football player Boomer Mays. We have B. Claudia, who's Jimmy Ronsters. She's in Germany. We have Dawn Hinton from Burbank. We have Lady Lake from Florida. I don't know who else I'm missing because it's not going fast enough now. But yes, Ron has a new haircut, everybody. It looks really good. And here comes Ron to show you what we got for Christmas. So hey, everybody, thanks for joining us today. We're going to have a lot of fun. All right, so Ron's going to show you. Oh, he's getting his microphone.
The haircut is because of a movie I'm doing. I'm playing a scientist who has to save the world.
Oh, Backpack John. What's up, Backpack John?
Wait,
I forgot him.
my
I know. Well, I
pitch.
forgot him. So
That's rude. You're very rude. You always do this every week, and then you make me look like the bad guy. Everyone out there, don't you understand how he interrupts me in the middle of something I'm saying about
Oh,
me?
and Hub Reynolds too.
Now, wait a minute. When I talk about me, he interrupts. When I talk about him, he smiles.
That's not true.
It is true.
I'm saying hi to everybody still.
Well, the reason for this hairstyle is I'm looking for a look because I don't want to look the same in every movie. I'm dyeing my hair a light brown with some gray in it because I play a scientist who works with another scientist, and we have to save the world. Anyway,
Don't touch it by its head.
Sherry Nelson, who is the most beautiful, delicious, delightful friend of ours, ultra generous, good-hearted, a wonderful spirit, sent us for Christmas this statue, these dolls,
We just got them.
and it's of Jimmy and I. I have difficulty with my hand. Hang on. Jimmy, you want to hold it?
I don't.
Because I have a bad wrist. Look at that. That's Jimmy and I in Kung Fu underwear, like, G-strings, what do you call them? Thongs. Are they not delicious and fun? Look how fun they are.
Absolutely. Hang on. They can't see it there. They see it there.
See, and they look like us.
They look just like us. Actually, I look better in the doll than I do in real life, so I'll take it.
I'm not saying anything.
But we look good. So put this over there, though, because you got to put it down. I don't have a place.
Put it on
So
top of
thank
my
you, Sherry.
goodies.
Sherry Nelson. And I made a mistake. Dawn lives in Bakersfield, not Burbank. So, yes, she's a super talented artist, whoever made it, and we loved it. And Roxy's in the chat room, too. So hello, Roxy. And it was fun, you guys. So we enjoyed it. We've had a pretty fun week because we found something to watch on TV and we got the new dolls in. So everything is good and fun and we're enjoying it. And Astro, they're all saying hi to Astro, and Astro says hi too. And Don wants to show you, Ron's going to show you, Don. He got a new watch for Christmas from.
Okay, don't tell the story.
Okay.
Donald Trump sent me a solid gold wristwatch, and it's a
Patek Philippe.
Philippe, whatever the fuck it is. And he wrote in the note, "Thank you so much. When I become president, I would like you to be my vice president."
Yeah, right.
So I wrote a letter back, "Appreciate your watch, but I declined the offer, Mr. Trump." Anyway,
And that's how the
see
truth.
now, if you believe that, you believe whatever the media says, right? Media lies like crazy, just like I lied. The wristwatch did not come from Donald Trump. Of course not. I met him, but I don't know him. The wristwatch came from my very dear best friend, my gorgeous, wonderful friend I love, Eileen Shapiro, better known as 38 Triple D. She sent this wristwatch to me, and it's by Jeffrey Bean, and it's a lovely wristwatch. Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So this is to be added to my collection. She gave me a wristwatch a couple of years ago, and that one was a what?
Michael Kors.
Michael Kors. So I'm getting all of the nowadays designers to mix in with all the old designers of years ago.
There you go.
But how'd you like that little Donald Trump joke? You see how people believe crap? Just because we're on the air and we have some sort of fame, everybody thinks that what we say is true. In my case, it is. I never lie. I hate liars. I tell it like it is. That's why I get in so much trouble. But I don't mind getting into trouble because it's honest trouble. So don't believe everything you hear from the media, everything you read on Facebook, and think for yourself. And think to yourself, is the world a better place now than it was 4 or 5 years ago, 3 years ago, last year? Think about it. If it is not the world that you want to live in anymore because it's dangerous, it's expensive, then change it. And only you can do that.
You gotta love it. So real quick, we're gonna get some of our commercials out of the way. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. First, I want to thank everybody who enjoyed last week's show because the show is doing phenomenally well. I think we're over 4 million plays. So it's really cool. So thanks. I'm glad you guys enjoyed our two guests. You can hear the Jimmy Star Show weekly. We're on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, TuneIn, Pandora, Amazon Prime, and SoundCloud. And the videos go up a couple days later, so you can see them on YouTube. And I'm trying to get them on Instagram, but they only let me put some of them on there. But the James Jude Courtney one is on my Instagram, so that's kind of fun. But it wouldn't let me put the Danny Pentaro one on. I don't know why, but it wouldn't let me do it. So I'm working on it. And if anybody knows how to get long videos on Instagram now, because they've changed everything,
The reason
let me know.
Instagram didn't let you do it is because Instagram is owned by the communist publication of Facebook. Facebook has absolutely stopped people from writing whatever they want. You can only write what's conducive to the Democrats and, of course, to Facebook. Period.
I know, but that's not it for because Instagram doesn't let me put anything on there, like any videos. It's only let me put one up for like, I don't know. I used to be able to put everything up. Now I can't put any of them hardly up. I think only one of the shows in the last like 4 months have been able to go up, and that was the one with James Jude Courtney. So it was funny. And yes, Danny was super sweet. Everybody like loves it. Oh, and Teresa Sabin said her Pinterest peeps love Danny too. So yeah, he was really cool. He's a lot of fun. You guys should follow him. I really enjoyed having him on the show and interacting with him on social media. He's a lot of fun. And I'm working on guests for the next couple of weeks. We had some great substitutions this week because we did have 2 other people scheduled, and one got COVID and one had an accident and has back surgery. So we had to change our guest yesterday. And we're happy to have such phenomenal guests coming in and filling in for us. It's going to be a lot of fun. Are you going to keep eating those things?
Call Betty Ford.
Yeah.
I need to be put into Betty Ford to have this habit kicked.
You know, if you like, they
I'm
don't have a lot
addicted.
of sugar if you only eat like a bag of them,
Oh,
but
honey,
you eat
I'm
the
a-
whole box,
I
then
don't
you're
give-
just eating like a box of cookies.
I am so addicted to them. They are so whatever poison they put in here appeals to everyone's palate. That's why they sell it, because it's probably got more chemicals and garbage in it to make you love them. And I do.
That's so hilarious. I think that's fun. Oh, Hub says he likes them too because they're easy on the teeth. Yes, they are easy on the teeth. And Hub, how are you? You sent a picture of your farm in the snow the other day to my Facebook. It was beautiful. So congratulations. I'm glad you have a beautiful place to live and it's fabulous. So good for you. And what else? I don't know. But you had to quit eating because like the whole eating thing wrecks the whole, like this is the time you're supposed to talk and I got like a minute left and you haven't talked.
I want our viewers to see that without me, the show is nothing.
Oh, well, if I know I have to talk, that's one thing. I would prepare, but you always prepare and tell me to be quiet. So
Hub, you need a girl. You got to have a nice lady to warm up in that log cabin with a fire on a bearskin rug, the both of you naked, drinking wine, and the snow is coming down, and you've got Johnny Mantis playing Chances Are or something on the Victrola stereo.
what's a Victrola?
Victrola is what a stereo used to be.
Okay.
What do they call them nowadays? On your CD, on your pod, on your whatever the hell?
Well, now you stream music, so it'd be like on your Spotify or something,
Mhm.
or something like that.
I'm in love with my what is it considered a candy? What is it?
They're fruit.
It's dry fruit.
I know it's like candy fruit or something. I don't know what it is.
I knew a dry fruit in Palm Springs. He was a nice guy.
Yeah, that's like funny as shit.
Anyway, I have nothing much to say. That's positive, unfortunately. That lady thrown under the subway in New York still has me devastated. The loss of a very good friend of mine in New Hope. He was a witch, a white witch, and he had a little witch store in New Hope, the little quaint town of New Hope. And I'm sure you know it. It was called Mystical Theme or Mystical Time, spelt with time like the herb. His name was Eric Lee. He passed away at 58 years old from a heart attack, which is devastating because he's so young and he was so brilliant. And he was one of the most interesting, kindest, funniest, good-looking, terrific person. And I'm sorry that when I go back to Pennsylvania and I go to New Hope to visit friends, Eric won't be there.
So
I'm sad about that. I'm sad about the lady under the subway. I'm sad about the young 20-year-old beautiful girl who was at work in the furniture store and a homeless nut walked in and stabbed her to death. I'm tired of it. We've got to stop this, people. We've got to get together and say, yes, let's help the homeless get the hell off the street and stop killing us. Otherwise, what's going to be? The world is turning into garbage. What's with our administration, our government, our president, our vice president, our senators, our mayors, our governors? Don't you care about us? We pay taxes. We pay your salaries. We keep you living well, very well, in multi-million-dollar homes, while the homeless live in the street in garbage pails. Anyway, I'm a little under the weather about what's going on in the country. Also, COVID. Now I heard that a bunch of scientists got together and all over the world, and Fauci refused to be a part of it. Why, I don't know. And they said that the masks really don't work. The masks really do not stop the COVID virus from entering your body. In fact, it may incubate in that mask and become stronger because of your warm breath. So who do you believe? I mean, I'm just so disconcerted with all of it. It's just, who do you believe in? Stop giving me the move along sign. You wanted me to talk. I'm
I
talking.
know, but you ran out of time because now we have guests here. Because like you ate for the first 10 minutes.
Oh, today, please, everybody out there, send $1. I need $3,000 so I can get a divorce.
That's hilarious. So we're
It
gonna
costs $3,000 to divorce this creature.
we're gonna bring on our first guest, you guys.
I have a
and
new
it's gonna be a lot
nickname
of
for.
fun.
I have a new name for him, and his name is Queen Intella.
Yeah, Queen Intella. That's fine. No rush hub. When looking, it'll happen. Okay, when it's supposed to happen. There you go. All right, let's go ahead, Roxy.
Or Tutti Frutti.
Let's bring him in,
or
Roxy.
Maria Con.
Hey, Alex, what's up?
Hey
Alex,
guys, what's up,
Oh,
Jimmy?
good.
What's up,
Alex,
Ron?
Hey, we can hear you
don't be
good.
nice to Jimmy. He's not nice to me.
I'm always nice to him.
Let's
He's
see how
got
it goes.
All right.
Jimmy's got
we can
as
hear
they
you
say,
really good. I
as
love
they
it.
say,
Okay.
Jimmy's got the rag on.
No, he
That's
doesn't.
what they used to say years ago, but nobody.
Right.
Women don't use rags anymore.
I think the expression was on the rag, but
Yeah.
Well, wait.
another era.
All right, everybody. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell.
Hey, baby, how are you?
Super
You look
musician.
good.
Super musician Alex Skolnick. Hello and welcome to the show.
Woo. Hello.
Yeah, you look like
to
you
be
might be able to play an instrument.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all,
So
it's
what
all
do you-
about the look. You know?
What do you think What do you think you know how to play?
Look at all the guitars behind him.
Oh, I play.
I didn't ask you, Mary. I asked him. Oh, I hate him today. Divorce time. You want to lend me some money so I could divorce this freak? I need $3,000.
That I can't help you with.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so you play a guitar. Do you play it well? Are you in lessons still?
Well, I think you're always learning, no matter what your level. But people that I respect a lot in music seem to think I play it very well. So
Who do you think is the best guitarist ever in history?
ever in history, I mean that's very tough.
No, it's not. I know the name.
Okay. I mean, they're so different. The first one I would pick is probably Django Reinhardt.
Who?
Django Reinhardt.
Django
No,
Reinhardt.
No, I was thinking of somebody more popular.
Yeah.
I don't know who Django Ringo.
Hang on, wait, because you're going too fast. First of all, so you met Ron. This is Ron.
Hi, Ron.
This is Astro, our dog.
Hi, Astro. Oh,
we
adorable.
have a chat room full of people, so please say hi to everybody in the chat room.
He's licking.
Hey, what's up, chat room? Thank
There's
you
a
for
whole
the
bunch of
nice,
people.
My dog
nice
is licking.
compliment, Teresa. That's
Oh
appreciated.
yes,
Wait,
Teresa's fabulous.
My dog is licking the wrist that I injured. Our dog's smart. He knows that I'm
No
in pain.
kidding.
Yeah, I fractured my wrist. I'm at a cast now for the show, but he knows that it's swollen and it's hurting. I
Mhm.
mean, it's amazing how dogs know more than we do. I bet you my dog can play the guitar better than you.
Yeah.
Hold
Well,
on.
It would
No,
sound better
really.
to dogs, probably.
The guy that I was thinking of, and I can't even remember his name, Chet Atkins.
Oh yeah. Well, sure. One of the
I
best.
love Chet's guitar.
Jimi Hendrix. One of the more current ones we lost recently, unfortunately. Eddie
Right.
Van Halen.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
one
yeah.
of the best.
But Chet Atkins, he had his guitar spoke to you. It didn't play music; it played words. If you understand what I mean, which you do.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say the same about Jeff Beck, and a lot of my favorite
Yes.
guitarists consider him the best living guitarist.
Well, you're not exactly chopped liver either.
Now hold on.
That's
I'm going
Oh,
to
I
jump
hear
in
you.
here. I'm jumping in here. Hold
I
on.
make a living at it.
Because people have to know who he is. Some people don't
Wait
know
a
who
minute,
he
we're
is.
giving the build up.
I know. I'm
Stop
giving
it. Oh, I hate him today.
All right. So you guys.
Today, if I
So
had-
you know. Just please
Ooh.
let me talk.
No, I
You guys.
know, I
Alex
hate you.
Skolnick is
Oh.
the lead guitarist for the thrash metal band Testament.
Yeah.
He's also got the Alex Skolnick Trio. He was in Trans-Siberian Orchestra. He's been all over the place. And just when we're talking about the greatest guitarists, Guitar World Magazine has named him one of the greatest guitarists of all time.
Of course.
So that's Alex
I was
Skolnick on
going
the
there.
show. But
Did you know that
Uh-huh.
Jimmy won an award as the prima ballerina in Boys Will Be Girls?
I know now.
Oh, he dances in toe shoes.
and you
gotta
guys
see him.
also, you guys,
He's got pink toe shoes.
What would I do without that information? I have no.
Yeah, and he wears a tutu around the house in
Yeah.
pink toe shoes while he does.
without with
Okay.
and he
besides,
sings the song "Fairy Dust, Fairy Dust,
So
Fairy Dust."
besides-
away."
All right, now I
Besides-
need to hear him sing it.
Besides being one of the greatest guitarists of all time, he's arguably probably the best thrash metal guitarist in the world, you guys. So like,
I
he's like,
I don't know where these quotes come from. I'm humble. I'm modest.
I Google
stay
him and
nice.
No.
Okay, fine.
Never be humble.
That's what.
No. If you earn it, wear
Right.
it. No,
Right,
if you honestly earned the title, wear it.
Or in Mel
humble
Brooks, the
is-
producers, if you've got it, flaunt it, baby.
No, I don't
Flaunt
say flaunt it. Flaunting is a little evil. If somebody else doesn't play as good as you do. But
All right.
but humble is not what you should be. You've earned
Okay.
the title, and you should wear the title.
Okay, like
Wear it well, my friend.
motivational lesson.
How many years did it take you to get here to get that title?
I don't know if it's an official title or whatever, but it was definitely about, I don't know, at least 20 years of playing.
Okay, 20 years of hard work, baby. You earned it. Wear it.
All right, good to
That's
know.
it. I have nothing more to say because Maria Cohn over here is going to interrupt me. That's his name, Maria Cohn. Put
Maria
together,
Cohn.
it's Maricon.
yeah.
Not-
So
oh,
real quick, Alex.
I know what that means. Yeah.
It's Maria Cohn.
So-
That's what it is. Maria Cohn.
So Alex, our engineer, her name is Roxy, and she has a show.
Right.
I think it's on Sunday nights that the interviews like musicians and stuff. And she told me how excited she was that you were like coming on the phone on the show. So just say hi to Roxy. For
Hey,
us.
Roxy. Yeah.
Now,
It's great to be here.
talk to me. I'm old. I'm 81 years old. I don't know from the music today.
Uh-huh.
I hate rap. I think it's disgraceful. It's
Okay.
not even singing. It's some kind of distortion.
I have
Now,
a rap song.
What do you? I don't care. I'm honest.
It's
I'm
true.
honest. What do you call trash rock?
Thrash metal.
But
Tra-
thrash with an H.
Oh, it's
TH.
not trash as in garbage.
No,
Thrash.
although critics used to call it that when it first came about in the mid.
What is it?
1980s.
We're going to the Viper Room in a couple of weeks.
No, we're not.
Well, we're not go. We were going to the Viper Room in a couple of weeks because I was in a movie and we're having our cast party, and
Nice.
it was going to be because Noah's playing. Do you know who Noah is? No,
From Revolution.
from
no.
Revolution.
They're
Anyway,
psych rock.
No, okay, no, I don't.
I don't even know what the hell psych rock is. Trash rock.
Thrash thrash
Whatever.
metal.
I mean, it's I know Peggy Lee, Johnny Mathis, Doris Day, Vaughn Monroe, Ella Fitzgerald, Billie Holiday. Those are the people I know.
Yeah, I know them too, but there's other artists since then. So
Now,
Other genre.
am I going to like your music, or do I stuff my
probably
ear with toilet paper when I hear you?
it depends who you hear me with, because I do thrash metal. That's kind of what I'm most known for.
What is that? What is it?
But it's very fast, loud rock and roll. I don't think you'd like that. But I also I also play with jazz artists. I jazz guitarists. As you can
Okay,
see,
now
and I
you're
think
in.
you might like some of that.
Oh
Stuff.
yes, I would.
My
Yes, you-
trio, the Alex Skolnick trio, is
Oh,
jazz
yes.
guitar trio.
I'm there. I'm there.
Yeah.
I
And you
am
would
a-
like Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
I am a jazz freak. I love
Some of them.
jazz. I've been,
Okay, great.
yeah. So if I had, I would love to be to that. The other, no, I'm not interested. But that jazz thing, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I
That's-
just
You have to have a lot of talent, to play jazz. That other music, you just bang it around a lot. Nobody can hear it. They don't even know if you made a mistake. But
Right.
but in jazz, no. But when
that's
you
often
play,
true.
no, when you play jazz, we hear, we know, we're educated. We know if you're not good or bad. If you're
Okay.
bad. I used to go to the Baked Potato. In the
I
Val-
played there.
Oh, you did. Well, I
Yeah,
used to go.
I'm playing there soon.
I used to
should
go
know.
there to
Yeah.
listen to my friends, and my friend was the fabulous drummer Earl Palmer,
Mhm.
who was a friend of mine, and I used to go there to listen to those fellas, and it was the best evening. I would go weekly. The Baked Potato is still there, Jimmy. I've got to bring you to the Baked Potato.
It's still there.
It's like the best. You have to be good to play there. It's a
I'm
jam.
playing there February 12th.
Okay, we're there. We're there.
Okay,
Jimmy,
that'd be great.
Yeah,
Jimmy,
we'd love to. Where do you live though? You don't live in California, do you?
No, I live in New York. I'm
Good
from
for you.
California originally.
Yeah, I wrote that down. You're from Berkeley.
I'm from Berkeley.
and I'm
you know.
from New York, and I live in California.
Yeah,
Wanna-
I know. I know
You
so
wanna
many people
switch?
that.
You want to
That's what-
switch?
Yeah, no, I'm happy where I am.
No, I'd rather be where you are than here. But
Yeah.
no, seriously, we are there.
That'd be
I'm not-
great.
I don't pay at the door because I write about you, so you have to comp me.
We can make that happen.
No, I learned that from Mr. Blackwell. Mr. Blackwell was my very dearest friend. He said, Ron, you're the media. And if people invite you to an event, don't you dare pay. You don't have to pay to write about them. You're
That's
giving
right.
them free press. Therefore, they should be courteous enough to comp you. That's for all of you out there listening.
So I want to go back. So because I want to talk about Testament because
Okay.
I've met Chuck Billy. I met Eric.
Did you say Chuck Berry?
No, Chuck Billy. That's
Chuck
the
Billy.
singer for
I'd love
Testament.
to meet
Okay.
him.
Everybody in the chat room is like big Testament fans, and
Could we play some of his music?
we're gonna
too?
play a clip of it in a minute. But I want to
Thank
ask.
you.
I have questions I want to ask because I want to know, what did your parents think? Because your parents, I read online, and maybe this isn't true, but basically your parents are like brainiacs. They both went to Yale. They went to Yale, and you're like the rock star musician. But when you said, "Hey, I'm gonna be a musician," how were your Yaleite parents with that?
It didn't go over well. Yeah. They're like highly advanced degrees, very deep level academics. Yeah, we're talking
Okay, listen,
sociology and psychology.
before we wander away, give me the date that you will be at the Baked Potato.
February 12th.
Okay.
No, I didn't ask you. What are you, a
Okay.
fucking marionette? He's like a ventriloquist. I'm
I will
asking
be,
our guest.
Yeah, I'll be at the Baked Potato with a great band. Stu Ham, he's a great bass player. And we have Andrea Witt on pedal steel and violin.
Oh,
And Joel Taylor on drums. It's instrumental. These are some of my favorite instrumentalists in the world. It's an honor to play with them. And we played there. We played at the Baked Potato last November, and we're coming back.
okay. Now let's talk about the date at the Baked Potato.
February 12th.
February 12th. At
Yeah.
what time? What time do you go on?
I believe we go on at 8:00.
Okay. What is the cover? Because everybody has to know this. People today don't have much money because of COVID.
That's right.
So what's the cover? What's it going to cost somebody to go to you to hear your wonderful stuff?
That's a good question. I'm going to guess and say it's $20, but I'm not sure. It may
20,
maybe
20,
30.
30.
Maybe 30. I know it's not more than 30.
Well, and what do you get?
Perfect.
What do you get for 30? 2 drinkmen?
Yeah, I think it's like that. Yeah.
Okay, so you get 2 drinks for $30. That's $15 a
think so.
martini, which is everywhere, folks. But you don't get to hear this guy with his incredible music. It better be incredible. I'm sticking my neck out because if it stinks, people are going to say, "Hey, Russell, what the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah. I think this
No, I want to
band
hear
you
it.
like.
We're going
I
to play.
don't think you're going to like the thrash metal that he's going to play.
No, you never
I'm
know.
best
I
known for,
have
but-
weird taste. You
He
know?
Yeah,
likes-
but I think you'll like the music that I'm playing at the Baked Potato, and I do a lot of that music too. So
He-
yeah, I
he
do
likes-
many different types of music.
He likes, what is it, In the Vita Gadavada or whatever the
Oh,
fuck
that
it's
was
called.
Inagata
cool.
Davida.
Yeah,
Of
he loves
course.
that.
That's my youth, from when I was a hippie. What do you get? I was hanging out.
I
I
remember
was
that.
hanging out in Hollywood. I used to hang out up at the Corral, up in Topanga Canyon. Remember the Corral, the nightclub, the bar, whatever we want to call it. I hung out with the best in those days. Are you kidding?
Classic
Mama
California.
Cass. I knew Mama Cass.
Wow.
Elliot. Oh yeah, I knew all the big, not all of them, but a lot of the big stars of our day. What's her name? Who I love?
Johnny
Gypsy.
Mathis is
The one who
his-
sings
oh,
Gypsy.
Stevie Nicks.
Who's a
Oh, yeah.
doll. I love Stevie Nicks. She was the nicest little teeny cutie pie in the world when she was a young
So wait,
girl.
okay, let's go back though,
Oh,
because
yeah.
you interrupted the question.
No,
so,
now you can do. I
so
wanted
the thing
the plug
we're
to go
gonna
in.
so now after you joined Testament and then you became a big rock star, then your parents kind of like were okay with it, or how did that whole? Because this is like a big thing for I think a lot of people who want to pursue music whose parents would never want them to. It actually worked out really great for you. Congratulations! I'm very happy. But how what did they think once you became like this huge rock star selling out arenas?
Well, it made me try harder because I knew they didn't want me to play, so I really had something to prove. And I think, once we were playing large venues, they said, okay, well, he's making a living, okay.
He's making a living.
I'm a
That's
parent.
kind of all they counted. They didn't get the music, but then as I did more, I got into my instrumental side and jazz guitar. I eventually went back to school for jazz at the New School in New York, and they like that music. They like my trio.
That's
like-
good.
When I
Because
play
they're
with
old,
artists
they're
like
old
Stu
like me.
Ham, when they like stuff like that.
I love it.
Yeah, they did come to concerts. Yeah.
That's good.
I have 2 daughters, and I would never ever have discouraged them if they had music in them. I think it's a given talent. It's sent to us from God knows where, because some people can't do it and some people are wonderful at it. And I would never discourage music in a child. Never, ever,
Yeah,
ever.
good.
And everyone
attitude.
out there, don't you dare do it. If you have a child that's musical,
Let
don't
'em-
say you have to be a doctor, because
Right.
when you're dead, he's going to be alive, and he don't
That's
want to
right.
be a doctor.
That's right.
That's funny. And you started when you were 18, right? Is what I read on Wikipedia, that you like joined Testament at 18.
I joined Testament at 16.
Oh, wow.
Wow, you must
Yeah.
have been worn out by 18. I bet
Yeah,
your penis got smaller because it was worn away. Remember
Yeah.
those days the chicks used to throw their panties and bras on the stage?
Yeah, we
No,
weren't that kind of band, really.
No, I remember that. I think it was,
Unfortunately. we
no,
were-
I think it was put on. I think the
very
public-
male audiences back in those days for heavy metal
For
music.
heavy metal.
No, but I
yes.
think the club gave them the panties and stuff to throw up there. It was part of the
Oh,
act.
could be. Could
I
be.
think so, because I know a lot of rockers that said, "No, we never banged those chicks. They were staged."
Anyway,
But you did bang a lot of those chicks, because those I remember those girls. If you were, look what he looks like. Could you imagine him at 18? He must have been hot, drop dead, and fabulous.
I also
those-
didn't know how to talk to him back then.
You didn't. You know what? You didn't have to talk to them. Just unzip. If it's, unzip if it's nice, they'll do it. They're not looking to talk. Just zip it out.
You got to say
Anyway.
something at least.
Yeah, you
No,
have to-
just say.
I
"Here,
couldn't
look."
even look him. I was
can. You can say
terrified of women.
faster
No.
or slower.
Yeah, I would, or simply say,
Right.
"Boy, you're good."
So here's what we're gonna do.
Those
real
were
quick.
wild days.
Anyway.
Don't you love and miss those days? They
Uh,
were wild. They were wild. Come on.
I mean, they were different for different people, So it was. I like being older and more wiser, experienced. But anyway, but to answer your question, yeah, I started playing at 10, joined the band at 16, first recording at 18, and did 5 albums with the first wave of the group from 1987 to 1992. And then by the end of the 90s, I was in New York studying jazz guitar and eventually playing jazz guitar with my trio, but then joining Trans-Siberian Orchestra. And then Testament reunited a few years later, and we've been going ever since in a second wave or resurrection.
Where did you play in New York? What
Oh,
club?
all over. I just played last weekend at the 55 bar. I don't know if you know it. That's like the baked potato of New York.
You mean below 54?
No.
50. It's on 55 Christopher Street,
Oh, okay. I don't know that.
and it's got some history too. It's been around since the
It
70s.
used to be a drag theater years ago.
There's a drag theater next door. That's
Next
still
door. Right. Yeah. Okay.
there. But yeah, I play there. There's a place called the Iridium where Les Paul used to play. I am playing. I was actually supposed to play there tonight. They moved the show because of COVID.
How sad is that?
Yeah. So I'm playing there March 9th.
So you're working. That's what's important.
So
And you don't care
I am.
about
I
you
am
don't
working.
care about COVID. I mean, you're working without a mask, obviously. Do you have any fears about it? They said the mask doesn't do any damn bit of good. So really, who needs
Well,
a mask?
It depends who says that, and I've actually played in that.
Scientists in Europe got together, a bunch of them, and they all came out with these new findings.
All right.
And one said the mask absolutely does not stop the COVID from entering the body.
But there's lots of
You need
scientists.
to have a glass dome over your head to prevent it from going in. But the fabric will incubate it.
I think that's right, but I think it's supposed to prevent it from leaving the body.
Yeah, if you spit when you speak,
Yeah.
Actually,
so
though,
you do it for other people. You don't really do it for
you're
yourself.
not doing it for your self-protection. Exactly, you're doing it for others.
So real
That's
quick,
exactly
we're gonna
right.
play a clip of Night of the Witch, and the reason we're playing only a clip, just so you know, Alex.
I like the title. Night
Number
of the
one, all your
Witch.
songs are really long, and number two, we have a problem playing stuff, videos off of YouTube because sometimes we get shut down. by like the different record companies and stuff. So I tried to pick something, it was uploaded by Nuclear Blast. So I'm hoping that we're going to be okay. We're going to play a clip just so everybody gets to hear what you sound like.
So if we get cut off,
we won't get cut off.
Don't think we didn't like you.
No, we're going to be fine. So this is Testament's Night of the Witch. Roxy picked out like a little clip of it just so people can hear it. But I don't get to know what it says. Like everybody in the chat room already knows what it sounds like because they're all big fans. But this will give Ron a chance to hear it. And actually,
and I'll be honest. I won't blow smoke up your ass if it's not real.
Oh wait, hang on. What was
How much of it are you going to play? Because the part where you really hear me is in the middle, the guitar solo. So.
Oh, I don't know about that part.
Well, that's where the music.
We can ask Roxy.
Right?
We'll play whatever we're playing, and then
maybe just so you know, because otherwise, you might play them hard, and you can't really tell it's me. So
what we'll do?
I'm more known for the solos.
So when the song gets spoiled, that's where you are, right?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, depending on your point of view, yeah.
Hey, no.
I can't wait. Play it.
So hold on. Hey, Roxy,
Shut
maybe
up
then
hang
on, Roxy. Maybe after we play the clip, you can like find the clip where he plays and let us know if you can find the middle part where with the guitar solo, and that way we'll play that too.
I'll have the audio ready. So we'll do
if
part
you
of the
can
video.
find something, if you could find something he's doing in jazz, I'd love to hear a little bit of his jazz playing.
Anyway, let's
There's
go back
lots
to
of that
this
online.
though. So this is it. So
as I said, we're not communists are taking over our country. In case you didn't know it, we have no more freedoms. No more freedom of speech, press, or freedom of music.
So let's go.
They dictate everything now. They take you off. They don't give a shit.
Let's go. No, that has to do with rights of music rights. But anyway,
so
you guys, this is a part of Testament's Night of the Witch.
When it's his music and he gives the permission and we're selling it for him, it's not about rights. Because they got to be stupid in the head.
Alex, do us a little fun intro.
Give
us a little intro.
You're very chatty and talky today, aren't you? What'd you take, speed?
No, Alex, give us a little intro for it, and then Roxy's going to play it, and we'll come back. Just don't go anywhere. Just stay right there.
Okay, this is a single from Testament's last record, Titans of Creation. The song is called Night of the Witch.
I love the title.
I love it.
Okay, here's the scoop. This is not new music. I've heard this when I was a young guy, a hippie.
Yeah.
It sounds like I can't think of who right now. The guy with the snake.
Alice Cooper.
That kind of it's good. Or the other.
Okay,
guy.
that's cool. Yeah, that's a
good.
great
It's
comparison.
not weird or trash, whatever
I
you
didn't
call
say
it.
it was thrash.
No,
They call it thrash.
Whatever the fuck it's called. I liked it. It's got a movement. It's good. I mean, I wouldn't buy it because it's not my kind of music, but I suggest everybody else out there to buy it if you like this kind of music. It's good for what it is.
Thank you. Also, a lot of it sounds very different. There are very different sounds.
No, I like the da 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 dum 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 da 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 dum the repetitiveness of that. I like that kind of music. It sounds like in the God of the Vita. He's right.
Okay.
It almost has that which I love very much. What's his name? Put on your red shoes. what was his name?
David Bowie.
David Bowie. I love David Bowie. And David Bowie had that sound also at times with that. I like that.
True.
See,
So hold on.
I surprised you. Thought I was going to say it stinks, but it doesn't.
So hang on, because Roxy said she has the guitar solo ready by audio. So
Okay.
she's gonna play us the guitar solo. Hopefully it's the right one. So everybody, this is the same song, but this is the guitar Night of the Witch by Testament, and this is Alex's solo. Go for it, Roxy.
This is good.
Up.
You sure know how to pull those strings. Woo. That was a violin,
That's the idea.
not a guitar. It's good. You
That's
can
freaking awesome.
Listen, two or three more lessons, you might win an award. You
Thanks
might
for
get
playing
hired.
that. Because
No, I like that. That I like better.
That was
than
freaking
I
awesome.
enjoyed that better than the song.
yeah, there you can really hear what I do. So I got to, full disclosure, that song I didn't have a whole lot to do with. I probably would have picked another one. There are other songs that I've written or co-written.
Yeah, but you
I
made
wasn't
that.
part of that one. I think they did. It's a good song, but
Yeah, but you
the
made
solo
that.
you can really hear what I do. So
Absolutely,
made
it was
that,
fabulous.
You made that guitar sing
thank you.
for sure.
Oh no, I love this.
So
So
you're
I
gonna
wrote.
play stuff like that when we come?
No. Oh, are you?
Oh, at the baked potato, no.
No.
Just jazz?
I mean different blues. It'll be like the same thing, but
Oh, blues! I love that
blues,
too. Billie
funk,
Holiday kind
jazz,
of stuff.
rock.
Mhm.
Hey,
Yeah, the
hey,
guys I'm
Roxy.
playing with are great.
I
Hey,
love
Roxy,
that.
see if you can find something from the Alex Skolnick trio that we could play while we have
Oh,
him
wait
on.
a minute! I wanted to say, everyone, join us. Come and meet Jimmy and I, and this guy that's learning how to play the guitar. Come to his show, and you'll meet us. And it's on Ventura Boulevard, and it's in Burbank. Is it? Or still Hollywood?
Studio City.
Studio City, folks. Ventura Boulevard, Studio City, the Baked Potato. It's a fabulous jazz club. It's got atmosphere. It's been around for about 40 or 50 years. So
Yeah,
it's certainly
amazing.
not a fly-by-night place. I would suggest that you come and hear this guy's great music, get to meet him, bring along whatever you want, and he'll sign it for free. Some people charge to sign things, but you'll sign autographs for free, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So come get an autograph from this fella.
And it's not Ventura Boulevard, it's Cahuenga Boulevard.
No, it's Ventura Boulevard, isn't it?
Cahuenga.
I thought it was opposite.
378.
I thought it was opposite Marshall's.
The baked potato,
Did they move it?
Maybe they're in Studio City.
It used to be right across the street from Marshall's on
How-
Ventura Boulevard. the
How
baked
long
potato.
ago was that?
40 years ago.
Okay. It moved.
Oh, so it's not the original baked potato.
They must have
Nice.
moved. Yeah. It's the baked potato. They serve potatoes.
You know what? It was down from the gay bar, Oil Can Harry.
Okay.
It wasn't far from Oil Can Harry's.
Well, now it's someplace
And
else.
I think Oil Can Harry's closed also.
Now it's on Cahuenga, you guys.
Yep.
We'll tell
Sorry.
everybody the address next time. So I wrote down that your influences were Eddie Van Halen, Jimi Hendrix, Jeff Beck, Eric Clapton, Johnny Winter, Randy Rhoads, Michael Schenker, Kiss, the Scorpions, and how do you say Yngwie Malmsteen? I don't know how you
Yngwie
pronounce it.
Malmsteen. Yeah.
Definitely
Definitely the first half of my playing.
What am I thinking?
Yes.
Ventura Boulevard. What am I saying? Ventura Boulevard. I think I'm having a stroke. I know what Marshall's is on what? What? Why don't I remember
Don't
the name?
worry about it right now because
No,
we're
I
talking
have
about
to
other
because
shit.
because I'm having a stroke right on the air.
Yeah.
That is Ventura.
And then
Boulevard.
you were a student of Joe Satriani.
Yes. Yes.
That's a big deal. So how did that even happen?
Well, nobody knew who he was. He was teaching in Berkeley. I grew up in Berkeley, and I took lessons from a couple other local guitar players, both guys who were like the best on the block. And after a year or so, I got to the point where I felt like I wanted to study with their teacher, and I knew they had studied with this mysterious character named Joe. And all I knew about him was he was Italian, and he came from the East Coast, and he was very serious. He was well known for not taking any crap
So he was mafia. He was mafia.
No, he was guitar mafia. No.
Yeah, cut right to the chase.
No, he was like he had the discipline of, say, a classical piano
of the mafia. Okay, listen, I want to get personal because our viewers want to know shit about you. They don't know
What do they want to know?
They want to know, are you gay, straight, married, single? What are you looking for? And what kind of girl do you like?
Straight, divorced.
What kind of girl are you looking for?
I have one, so I'm actually not looking.
Okay, so you're not available. Sorry, ladies.
I'm not available. Right.
Ladies, turn your vibrators off. He's taken.
And she gets very jealous too. So
jealous. Well, you're kind of hot looking. So why wouldn't she? She hot.
She's hot. Yeah.
And she's very
very
shy.
Yeah.
Is she a
musician?
She's
way
an
younger.
architect.
And she's way younger than you are. I bet she's 25 like that.
No, but she's about 10 years younger than me. So.
Oh, okay. So she's not
Good
a kid.
for you.
No.
You didn't get a groupie.
No.
Not if she's.
So
an
you're going to
architect.
marry this woman? Or are you going to marry her or just waste her time?
Well, we're both divorced, and we're neither of us are excited about marriage. We both had not great experiences with marriage, so we'll see.
I was married twice, and I'm married a third time. I may get divorced, this creep, but if he doesn't stop being nasty to me on the show, is mean. But I believe in marriage. It does something. It is a bond.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in it. It's a stupid piece of paper, but the paper means something.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it.
But you're a nice fella, and you're growing up now. You're not a dope addict, jerky kid anymore. Right. So you're an established man who's successful.
Yeah, never was a dope addict. Luckily.
And I think that you'd make a very nice husband. I'm gonna
thank you. That's
is she going to be there next week when you play?
No, unfortunately, she is.
Oh, too bad. Otherwise, I have a chat with her.
Yeah.
An Italian fatherly chat.
All right. Yeah.
I would say to her, don't let him use you. Don't let him use you. He's got to marry you. Otherwise, he's going to throw you away. He's going to use you. And when he's done with you, you're finished. You got nothing. What? Maybe pregnant. God forbid. You got to marry him.
Maybe she's using me. Who knows?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Yes. Actually, just play it, Roxy. So you guys, this is something slower and softer. And it's a guitar performance of Goodbye to Romance. It's from the Alex Skolnick Trio. Is that something okay to play?
Sure. The song is actually a composition by Ozzy Osbourne that I arranged.
Oh, shit.
So I don't know. Maybe there would be a copyright issue with that.
We might get in trouble. Here we go.
You know what you should do? Look up, there's an album, my most recent album. It's called Conundrum. And every song on there is original, except for one classical piece that's in public domain.
Oh, so see if you can find Conundrum on YouTube, something that we can play, Roxy, so we don't get in
I know
trouble.
all the songs are on YouTube, and they're all streamed.
First off, see if you could spell whatever that word is.
Conundrum.
What?
Conundrum. It's a
the hell is conundrum?
Okay, quiet. Wait. Let's see. What's she doing?
Okay, that's one.
Loves that.
Now this is civilized.
It picks up a little bit right here.
Woo! Now you're cooking.
Anyway, it's a long song. So maybe that's.
Now you're cooking.
Way to go, Roxy. Thank you.
Thank you,
You play that, and I'll leave that baked potato with a great review.
Yes.
That's good. See, that's my music. Now I'm excited.
Okay, you'll. I think you'll like this stuff at the Baked Potato. It's a little more like.
I know I will. I like you already, so I'll be nice.
Thank you.
I also read that you have your own signature guitar. That was on Wikipedia. Is that true? You have your own?
Yeah, it's right. Oops, right there.
There you go. And who sponsors or makes your signature guitar?
ESP Guitars.
There you go.
Great company. They've been around a long time.
So I would suggest you buy that guitar, go to the Baked Potato, and have him sign it. And then that
I'll
guitar,
sign it.
it's worth a lot of money, that guitar. If you have his signature on a signature guitar, in 5 or 10 years, you could get a fortune for it. So
If you
You
can
buy
afford
it,
to buy
I'll
it.
sign it.
There you go.
you buy that guitar, he'll sign it. You got it,
Yep.
folks? Baked
Deal.
Potato. What date? I forgot.
February 12th.
February 12th. Isn't that Washington's birthday or
Yeah.
something?
Oh, I don't know.
Somebody's
So I
birthday.
also so Eileen. Oh, I'm supposed to say hi to Eileen. Says hello to you too, Eileen Shapiro, because she
Hello,
actually set
Eileen.
this whole thing up.
Eileen rocks. Yeah, she
course,
set
yes.
this up, and
Are you in the chat room?
Eileen makes things happen.
No,
a
she's
mover.
She's doing something. She's not
She's
there.
a
That's why she
mover
told me
and
to
a
tell
shaker.
him.
No, I wanted to show her wristwatch that she gave me for Christmas. See?
Oh,
Yeah,
nice. Look at
yeah,
that.
well, it pays to be a good lover. You get good gifts.
Yeah.
Ah.
So also then Eileen.
Women just love to give me gifts.
Eileen sent me a track. You guys can hear this on YouTube. I guess the band is called Lost Sympathy.
Oh,
Lost Symphony. Lost Symphony. Not Sympathy. Sorry, Lost Symphony. The name of the song is "Take Another Piece," and it's you, Richard Shaw, Nuno Betancourt, and Marty Friedman. And Nuno Betancourt, that's from Extreme, right?
Yeah.
Now, kindly repeat the title of that again, because it sounded like you said "Take Another P."
Take Another Piece.
Good. He's
This
from
is
Florida.
it's a song I guested on. So I was a guest artist along with Nuno Betancourt from Extreme, and Marty Friedman and Richard Shaw.
Are you familiar with an album that Johnny Mathis made called "Open Fire with Two Guitars"? I know Johnny. I've known him for a long time, and we talked about it. And he said to me, and I forgot the name of the rock group, but a very hardcore rock group wrote that song. Sitting by an open fire, watching flames as they grow higher. The most beautiful guitar you'll ever hear in your life. And it was a rock star doing it. So not what he does. And I wish I could remember.
Doesn't ring a bell. I'm
I-
familiar
I-
with Johnny Mathis, but not that album.
Johnny Mathis is his favorite.
Well,
Ron's
Johnny
favorite.
said that this rock guy wrote that song, and it's the most beautiful ballad, soft and sweet. I'm going to have to look on the album. I have it. And then
I'd love to know who that is. Yeah.
who wrote it. Famous rock group. He told we were shopping in the supermarket getting vegetables at the time, so I really wasn't concentrating on what he was saying. I was concentrating on the vegetables. I know it sounds
Understandable. Yeah.
corny. No, I went up to the register with him and I said to the kid at the register, "Do you know who this is?" The kid said no. I said, "This is Johnny Mathis." He said, "Oh, hello, Johnny Mathis." He still didn't know who he was. And when we got outside, Johnny said, "I told you nobody knows who I am." I said, "Are you full of shit? You got more people knocked up with your music. There are more kids." I mean, truth, backseat of every car, we were banging away with Johnny Mathis singing, "Embrace me, my sweet embraceable one." You know, anyway, he's a good guy. I like to push that album, everybody. Buy it. Open Fire with Two Guitars with Johnny Mathis. He sings Jimmy's favorite song, My Funny Valentine, beautifully with this guitar background that's fabulous. You should pull it up on your Spotify and listen to it.
It's definitely on
it's
there.
Great guitar, beautiful. Whoever the guitarist was, a famous rock guitarist. I can't. Why my memory's gone? I'm 81 and a half. You know, thank God my dick didn't go. Just my mind went.
So you guys too, you can follow Alex on Instagram. He's at Alex Skolnick. It's AlexSkolnick. That's his Instagram. Do you have a website or no? You have a website?
Yeah, alexskolnick.com.
AlexSkolnick.com is the website.
And alexskolnick.net is for my podcast. I have a podcast.
Oh, tell everybody about your podcast.
Yep.
Yeah, it's called Moods and Modes. And
Repeat that.
Moods and Modes.
Moods and Modes.
With Alex Skolnick. Yeah.
MODES. Moods and Modes.
And I've had some great musicians on there where I play one-on-one duets. I've had others. I've had a couple really well-known folks that I talked to about music. I had Peter Frampton on. I
I
had
love Peter Frampton.
I had
Wow,
Pat
that's
Metheny.
good. Well, sure
Yeah,
you would. You have all your pals on, of course.
I don't know them well. Well, I know them now, but I didn't know them before. And
Right.
I've done a couple others where I've gone to music stores and sort of done the show about the music store.
Frampton Comes Alive was one of the first albums I got. It came out when I was in 7th grade, and it was one of my very first records that I have. That and Elton John, Captain Fantastic and the Brown Dirt Cowboy were like my 2 first records that I ever got.
Yeah. I remember I had an older brother who was a Frampton fan and played a bit of bass himself, and I remember that he was always on display in my house. So I told Peter I had to look at your face every single day throughout my childhood.
That's right, because he was there.
Well,
So
do you think
He's a great guy.
yes.
Do you think
Awesome.
music of 20 years ago is far better than music of today?
Some. I'd go back more than 20 years. I mean,
Okay.
I'd go back to
I
the
don't know how.
70s.
Well, I didn't know that you were that old. I thought you were younger.
No, but
No, I mean, I can.
not that I'm that old, but I listen. I mean, I know a lot of music from before 20 years ago. I know a lot of music that was around before I was born.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I do think it's much better. I mean,
I love the 70s.
I have to be careful because I can go back to the Ink Spots. You've never even heard of them. It was a black
I've heard
group.
of them. Yeah.
They were the first black group that almost got on radio. Of course, they wouldn't allow them on because they were black, and they felt that they would somehow damage the white people's minds by singing "If I Didn't Care for You," which was a wonderful song. And they thought that white girls may start to fall in love with black men because the black song was being sung to very demented
insane.
people.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even explain it. It was so fucking demented.
Johnny Mathis is his favorite singer too of all time.
First of all, I love him as a person. He's shy.
Yeah.
He's lovely. He's kind. He's gentle. He's soft. He's warm.
So
I adore
so hold
the
on,
man.
because in the
I
chat
adore
room they
him.
want to know who are some of the people that like me that you have not had an opportunity to play with that you would love to play with.
Oh goodness. I'm a big fan of Herbie Hancock.
Oh,
I just
wow.
think he's amazing. Not just on piano, but on keyboards, and just he can do funk as good as anybody. He can do jazz as good as, and I think he's just he's sort of the last, this sort of last wave of musicians from the '60s that are the certain level.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a true giant. I can't think of anybody like that. So he would be my first pick.
Alec, years ago, the Baked Potato was a black club owned by black people.
Really?
That's why it was named the Baked Potato, because it was dark like the black people were. And it was a Red Fox used to go there. It was quite a fabulous club, and it was owned by black people, or not owned, but run by black people. I don't know who owned it. It's no longer that way.
I think there's a poster of Red Fox, if I remember right.
Oh yeah,
so that would actually make sense.
I was there with my sister-in-law. She was a 5'9" or 11, white blonde, blue-eyed, white skin, sexy girl, very hippie. Red Fox had a thing for white women, and he said hello to her, and he stuck his tongue in her ear, and she went, "Oh my God, get your tongue out of my ear!" And half of the club heard it, and they said, "That's Fox working it again." If a tall white, blue-eyed blonde came in, he was there like a rocket. He loved those long white legs.
Yeah,
and we used to have fun. See, those days we could kid around with our black friends, and nobody got offended. Today, you got to watch your ass. Everything you say, you're a racist. You're this. You're that. And that's, anybody calls me a racist, I call them a fucking moron, because I mean, I was around when black people were taboo. I fought back. I'm not bragging. But when I was a teenager, I was walking with my portable radio on my shoulder, and I forgot. I think it was the Platters playing, and the neighborhood I came from was Brooklyn, all tough people. Somebody yelled, "Get those ends off your radio!"
Oh my God!
And I turned around, and I said to them, "Why don't you go fuck yourself?" And I went on, and they were laughing at me.
Oh
like
yeah,
I was crazy, you know.
Yeah, people who want to go back to those days, I don't understand.
No, I would like to go back to those days with the knowledge I have now.
Yeah.
So I could educate. Back then we didn't know how to educate back then.
Sure.
We took it. We
Yeah.
took it. Today we don't take it. If this was today on my radio, I would go over and I would do a speech for 10 minutes that they'd fall asleep or commit suicide, so they wouldn't have to hear me.
No, there you go.
So go back. Okay, so Herbie Hancock. What about, like, do you have bands, like, are there modern bands that are popular now that you like to listen to? And do you listen to a lot of thrash metal when you're not playing thrash metal?
Never.
Okay.
Honestly, never.
I'm having difficulty with that word. Spell it.
THRASH. Thrash.
Thrash.
Like surfing and skateboarding and.
So I don't know that word, thrash.
So what kind of music do you listen to? Let's say you're sitting around or driving in your car. Like, what kind of music would you listen to?
Well, I like to listen to music that doesn't make me want to pick up my guitar.
Okay.
And play along. So that makes me that means I'm not going to listen to a lot of my favorite music.
Okay.
Because I don't want to play. I need to turn my brain off.
Got it.
So I listen to a lot of classical piano. Believe it or not. I love
for you. Good for you.
Bach. Yeah. Andras Schiff, the German classical pianist, is one of my favorites. A lot of classical. Robert Schumann. Brahms. I'm a big classical.
I bet that's
aficionado.
why. I bet you, though, that's why you're so successful and so good at what you do, because you've opened your mind and you've taken in all kinds of music. So you have way more influences than someone who only listens to one thing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Hey, listen, they didn't say
many styles.
Music is the food of life. For nothing. I mean, if you are, I call you music, not even a human. You're music. And if you're music, you live with all that music. How about the saber dance on piano?
Oh yeah, Khachaturian, right?
And that's what's his name that played it. I can't think of his name. Oh my God, the Jewish fella. It was comedian. No, he was in the movie. He made a lot of. No, he played it. He was in the movies in the 1940s and 50s, and he played it in practically every movie. Oh, give me his name, please, brain work.
That I can't help.
It may come to me. No, he was famous for playing the saber dance. Oh
yeah, that's from a movie.
Well, it was used in lots of movies, but it's a classical piece. So.
Oh, I know it's a classical piece, but it's one of my favorites.
I know you know, yeah.
That and 1812.
The overture of 1812.
Boom, boom.
Oh, what about?
And the cannons
we have to
go
we
off.
have to go in a sec because we've already.
I want to talk more. I like
we'll
him.
bring him back. So real quick, Alex, what about Rush? Did you listen to Rush when you were younger?
Yeah,
I remember Rush 2112 was like a really big thing for me, like when I was like in 7th grade or something, or 8th grade. Which is cool. Yeah. So okay, so
Love Rush. I did some Rush covers online.
I love that.
I want to ask you a question.
With some great musician, Charlie Benante, the drummer for a band called Anthrax.
I love Anthrax.
He got
we're really good friends with Joey Belladonna.
Oh, yeah. Awesome! I know.
Oh, I love him.
Really good
and
friends
his wife.
With him.
She's an angel.
Awesome. Yeah.
Oh, she's an angel, and he's a doll. I love them.
So his drummer Charlie and I did some Rush songs online last year, which you can see. So you might want to check those out.
I would definitely check that out. All right.
I want to ask you a question.
I got to go though.
In 11 years that I'm on this show, I have never asked this question. You're the first.
Okay.
Are you having a good time?
I'm having a great time. Yeah.
Good. That's what I want to hear.
So
I have never asked that. I have been wanting to ask it, and I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
So one more thing I need you to do. So we have this lady who does all kinds of wonderful things for us. She's in the chat room. She lives in Germany. Her name is B. Claudia, and she's a huge music aficionado. So just say hi to B. Claudia.
She'll get your guitar sold.
Just say hi to B. Claudia. She'll love
hi, B. Claudia.
There you go. There you go, B.
B, get his guitar sold.
All right, so everybody follow Alex on Instagram. It's Alex Skolnick at Alex Skolnick on Instagram. Yep. It's alexskolnick.com and .net. Check out the Alex Skolnick Trio, and Testament has a new album out, so get that too.
Alec,
and we want to thank you for coming on the show.
Alec, how much is your guitar selling for?
It depends which version you buy. There's a $1,000 version that most people buy, and there's a $49.99 version of it. So.
$50 version?
No, $5,000.
$5,000.
Oh.
That's the one he uses.
I was going to say the $50 guitar will sell in a minute.
And I'll also mention I just did a comedy rap song that is getting a lot of press right now.
Yes, you guys.
When you come back, we're going to play it.
What's the name of it? Tell
Big
everybody.
Lie.
Yeah, Big Lie. There
It's
you go.
political, so some people may.
No,
have issues.
everything is a big lie today. Trust me.
All right, everybody. So, Alex, thank you so much.
Alec, you're terrific.
All right, guys.
Come back.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Bye.
Thanks, Ron.
Come back. You know,
Okay.
What a great guy.
And marry her. Marriage is nice.
So you guys, we're going to play a quick music video really quick. And the music video we're going to play is Young Zuck. The name of the song is Get Right. And then when we come back, we're going to have our next guest, Pauline Irene Stacey. So enjoy Young Zuck's Get Right.
You got my cash right, skirt through the red lights. Cause it's a party, no distractions. Now they out of sight, they out of mind, no wasting time. And no more telling lies. Cause I was turning up the notch, trying to get right, we getting right. My cash right, skirt through the red lights. Cause it's a party, no distractions. Now they out of sight, they out of mind, no wasting time. And no more telling lies. Cause I was turning up the notch, trying to get right, we getting right. See a dream, we're catching long flights. Woke up in a visa with no visa. Now we care about. We chillin' Costa Rica with some sneakers. These are Air Force Ones. Like, hi, nice to meet you. She a vegan, but she take this meat. She sucking and she eat it. Just to hold on. Taco was the whole one. Touchdown, hit a home run. Chopper shoot the whole gun. Yeah, home run, more fun. Show some. Roll one home run, more fun. Show some. Shutting up that bean. Margiela jeans. Toss that green, took a hit and I can breathe. Shutting off that beam, Margiela jeans. Pass that green, take a hit and I can breathe and I can breathe. You got my cash right, skirt through the red lights. Cause it's a party, no distractions. Now they out of sight, they out of mind, no wasting time. And no more telling lies. Cause I was turning up the notch, trying to get right, we getting right. My cash right, skirt through the red lights. Cause it's a party, no distractions. Now they out of sight, they out of mind, no wasting time. And no more telling lies. Cause I was turning up the notch, trying to get right, we getting right. Get right, get right. I was turning up the notch, trying to get right, get right. I was turning up the notch, trying to get right, get right.
Yay, everybody. That was Get Right. The name of the song is Get Right. The artist is called Young Zuck. And Ron's coming right back. He had to go get his thing because his hand's all swollen. So he went to go get his his brace. So we're going to bring on our next guest in 1 second. I want to wait for Ron to get back. But you guys are going to love our next guest. Her name's Pauline Irene Stacey. And she's an author. She's super fun. I think you guys are going to love her. So she'll be coming on in 1 second. And I thought while we're waiting for that, I'm going to play a really quick short song. So this is a band I used to interact with in social media back in the MySpace days. If you guys remember MySpace, their name was Friday Hill. They're like a boy band. And the name of the song is Baby Goodbye. And it's really old, so the video is bad, but I know we won't get flagged on YouTube for playing it. So check this out because this was one of my favorite songs back in the I guess in the 90s. So check it out. Go ahead. Friday Hill, Baby Goodbye. Play it, Roxy.
Look in your eyes, I see a new story. I can't deny my past ain't perfect too. Saying I'm not here to get false answers, but just like you, I got true questions too. Yeah, I never wanna let you go. In your eyes, I can tell that it's what we both know. I never wanna see you cry. Our love's over and let it down, oh baby, baby. Just makes me remember all those times when we were nothing more than friends. I knew you knew me, and everything was plain to see. How did I let us get so deep? I never wanna let you go. In your eyes I could tell that it's what we both know. I never wanna see you cry. Our love so burning, let it down now, baby. I wanted you to go your way. I wanted me to go mine. I was sitting there thinking, passing the time. I wanted you to go your way. I wanted me to go mine. I never thought you'd say, baby, goodbye. Yo, I looked in your eyes, then I said, baby, I love you, the time that we spent. Then you replied with a tear in your eye. It should come to an end, and we won't be friends. Both shed tears, then we sat for a while. That stone cold feeling, putting on a smile. Know that you're leaving, look into the sky. That one dark evening, killing me inside. Yo, I just feel so down. Might come around, but it's for the best now. Both broke down, and I'm choked inside. And for the first time when I said, baby, goodbye. Baby, I tried to understand why you had to leave me, and why you had to be free. Lady, I hope you understand why I didn't disagree, and why we were meant to be. I wanted you to go your way. I wanted me to go mine. I was sitting there thinking, passing the time. I wanted you to go your way. I wanted me to go mine. I never thought you'd say, baby, goodbye. I wanted you to go your way. I wanted me to go mine. I never thought you'd say, baby, goodbye. Baby, goodbye. I wanted you to go your way. I wanted me to go mine. I was sitting there thinking, passing the time. I wanted you to go your way. I wanted me to go mine. I never thought you'd say, baby, goodbye.
Hey ho. So everybody, that was Friday Hill, Baby Goodbye. And the reason I'm playing all this boy band stuff is I'm in talks trying to get LFO on the show. I don't know when it's going to happen because their schedule's not so good for Wednesdays, but I'm going to work something out. And if you guys, everybody knows LFO, like they were like one of the biggest boy bands ever. So we're going to have them coming on hopefully soon. Now we're going to bring on our next guest. Her name is Pauline Irene Stacey. Let's get her on. Hello. Hey. Welcome. Say something so we can make sure we can hear you.
Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3, test.
There you go. Perfect. All right, everybody. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, the incredibly talented, phenomenal author, Pauline Irene Stacey. Hello and welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Let me introduce you, everybody, starting off with this is my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell.
Hey, Ron.
baby. How are you, honey?
I'm great.
And
I can't wait to hear about your book.
Oh my God. I can't wait to tell you about it.
He knows nothing about you either, so
I
it'll
never,
be
Oh,
awful.
good.
I never
Good.
No, I deliberately never research a guest because then it becomes phony and corny. What we're going to do now is spontaneous and it's real. And
it'll
that's
be
what makes
fun.
the interview exciting when you react to my reaction. We interact. And that's what makes it really good.
So we have a chat room full of people. Say hi to everybody in the chat room.
Hi, everybody in the chat room. Thanks for being on.
And actually, Mike Wagner from the Mike Wagner Show's in the chat room. Hey, Mike Wagner, what's
Hey,
up? Say hi to
Mikey.
Mike because she knows
Hey,
Mike. She's
Mike.
been on his show.
What
Hi,
up?
Mike.
Isn't that fun? So you guys, this is Pauline Irene Stacey. You can follow her on Instagram. She's at Pauline. It's PaulineIrene Stacey.
Wow.
Her website is PaulineIreneStacey.com, and she wrote a book. And this is a very unusual type of book. It's a fascinating, amazing book. It's called No Time to Clean. Listen to Pauline. It was 30 years in the making, and basically she's teaching people how to save time, money, and stress with practical solutions to everyday common problems of keeping their homes clean and improving their quality of life.
Oh, God sent you to me.
And also,
oh, you came from heaven. Oh,
and
I hate cleaning.
And in the book, you guys, she also addresses the psychology behind people disliking cleaning. And so tell us a little bit about the book to get us started, Pauline.
Well, before I actually get started, I wanted Ron to let you know that I'm having a great time.
Good.
No, but wait a minute. You know what? I don't hate. I want you to answer this in your book. I don't hate cleaning. I hate cleaning up after the slob I'm married to didn't start. That's what I hate. Cleaning, right? Did you talk about that in your book?
Oh, I talk about it all.
Oh, good. Let's hear. I'm dying. I can't wait.
So
I cannot wait.
This
Wait,
is.
I want to read your book, let alone hear about it.
Oh,
okay,
Amazon and Barnes and Noble.
How much is it?
$12.99.
Oh, it's a steal, folks.
It's a steal. Yes, absolutely.
I like.
But yeah, I mean, No Time to Clean. Listen to Pauline is a book about a system, a cleaning system that will make a huge difference in your life. It will literally revolutionize the way you think about weekly house cleaning. So I know that there's a lot of books on the market for organizing. And that's sometimes, if I don't bring this up at first, people will start to kind of go into that direction. So let me start off by telling you, if you look up the definition of cleaning, it is the action of making something clean.
Or it's called slavery.
If you look up the definition of organizing, that is arranging things in a structure. Okay. So 33 years ago, when I wrote the book, I don't know who remembers the old book and mortar stores out there that you had.
Yes.
So I would take my 5-year-old daughter. I would go to school all day and then work all day cleaning houses, and I would pick her up. We'd go eat, and then we'd go to the bookstore, and I'd sit on the floor. And when I had this idea, I wanted to make sure I wasn't reinventing the wheel. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So I sat on the floor with her and went through like all these quote unquote cleaning books, right? That were on the shelves, and come to realize that they were either books about organizing or books to give you little tips on how to clean this stain and what to mix to clean, whatever. Okay. Clean a smell or whatever. There was no book about a system. So the book was written 33 years ago. I tried a few times. Back in those days, publishing a book was not like it is today, right? So as time went on, I realized, and of course, I've got my COVID-19 story, right? You know how everybody decides to change their whole life.
Yes.
COVID-19. Well, bam.
While you're stuck at home.
I was like, yeah. I got hooked up in a group of people, and I started learning that there's companies out there that co-publish. So when that happened. And I started doing, so that's how come the book finally got published. But I would kind of brag about, there's no book out there about a cleaning system. And then I thought, oh my God, Pauline, that was 33 years ago. You need to get your butt on Google and make sure you're still.
That was when women used to clean the house in high heels.
Oh, I got stories. Ron, I
about that too. I want your book. Everybody's got to read this book. It's got to be a hoot. It's got to be a hysterical scream when we read about the stupidity.
But anyway, so I realized that still today, 33 years later, there is not a book on the market that talks about a system. Let me ask your audience, just raise your hand or put something in the chat. But how many people out there feel guilty about not having the house clean or not having enough time to clean it? Right?
Yeah, not me. I keep a clean house.
It's like pretty much everybody, but you feel guilty when it's not, right?
Yes.
No, I don't at all feel guilty. I feel annoyed that the filthy slob made it dirty.
Yeah, it's all my house. It's all my fault. We have 3 dogs.
Oh yeah, listen, no excuse. You read the book, no excuse. By the time we're done,
no excuse, everybody.
No excuse. But I will tell you that according to the American Cleaning Institute, 34% of Americans feel like they don't clean enough, and 31% of Americans feel like they're not cleaning correctly. So No Time to Clean, listen to Pauline, teaches you how to stop thinking about cleaning, right? People that are feeling guilty all the time are pretty much the people that are usually tasked unspokenly sometimes, right? So unfortunately, it's still kind of womanized, right? Where it's the woman and then somebody talks about it. And then all of a sudden, whether you get married or move in together, and it's like, she's not doing the cleaning. Like, what's up with that, right? So we are trying to get you out of that guilt-free zone, that when it's not clean or you don't have enough time to clean, that when you use a system, it will save you time, money, energy, stress, and more importantly, give you a peace of mind, right? Give you more time to spend with your friends, your family, and more importantly, on yourself. The book is written into 2 parts. The first part is the 5 chapters. Never talk about cleaning. How you like that, Ron?
There you go.
I have news for you. I never do.
So first 5 chapters
And
don't
you know
talk
what?
about
I'd like
cleaning.
to change that word. You said feel guilty. No, I never feel guilty, but I feel embarrassed if the bathrooms are not up to perfect.
Well,
Embarrassment I can feel.
Yeah, I think that word's a little interchangeable too, right? But
Yeah.
we're going to talk about that.
Good.
So, and I want everybody to feel free to just throw in whatever questions you have, okay? Because
That's what makes your book fun.
They say baking soda is your friend.
That's right.
Do you have anything
I
about
know
baking
that.
soda in your book?
well,
I learned that.
again, this book focuses on a cleaning system. So
Okay.
when we go back to the first part of the book, No Time to Clean, listen to Pauline. The first half of the first 5 chapters of the book talks about the psychology and helps us get into a better mindset, okay, and teaches us about the system. So when we talk about the psychology, I think the first chapter is actually called, Why Do We Hate Cleaning? So no one's ever taught us. If you ever had a class in high school, even if you had a home economics, your mom's never taught you a system, right? They just say, hey, here's the rag and the dusting can, go clean. You know what I'm saying? Here's the vacuum, go clean, right? So there's no system. And I'm sure you can understand that anytime you have a system to do anything, it's faster. It's like that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And when there's a light at the end of the tunnel, it kind of changes your attitude about it. So a lot of times most of the time what happens is people hate cleaning because one of the biggest reasons is they say it takes too much time. So let's talk about that part for a second, right? Remember at the beginning, I told you the difference between cleaning and organizing.
Yes.
So what happens is, just close your eyes and see if you fit into this image, okay? So let's say that you're going to do your weekly house cleaning and you pick 12 o'clock on Saturdays. That's when you're going to start your weekly house cleaning. So that's your scheduled day. And you start, and let's say you just closing your eyes now, just imagining this happening. You walk in the kitchen and you start doing dishes. And then you see something on the counter and you're like, oh, what the heck is that doing here, right? So then you walk clear across the house to go to the bathroom to put it where it belongs. You open the drawer to put it in there. You're like, oh my God, how did this drawer get so messy? And then you start organizing the drawer.
So basically you're organizing and not cleaning.
You walk back into the kitchen, right? You walk back into the kitchen and you go, damn, cleaning takes so long. And you know what I'd say? But you're not cleaning.
You're organizing.
What are you doing, right? So that's what this book does. It gives you a system. So going back to the psychology about it, why do we hate it? So that's one of the aspects is people say it takes too much time. So we break that down into teaching you how to just clean, okay? Not mixing chores, because when you're going to clean, that doesn't mean you're going to do the laundry. That doesn't mean you're going to do the dishes, right? Because it's cleaning the house. So that's not the day to pick up the kids' toys and put it away. So what I teach people is, if you want to do that the night before, schedule that the night before so the house is organized, okay? Or you can, if you want to schedule an hour before you actually start, let's go back to our generic times set, 12 o'clock Saturday, and you're going to start, pick an hour or 2 hours ahead of time and do all that other stuff, okay? But we're going to not mix the chores anymore. That takes the element of how much time it takes, okay? The other thing is that what happened, one of the reasons why I came up with this system was I had realized that I was putting myself through college. I had a 5-year-old daughter, was a single parent. My whole family lived up north. Yeah, I had no child support, no family support. It was all me. So I realized that I had to kind of speed things up, right? I would take her to school in the morning. I would go to school for 4 hours. Then I would be on campus because I was, in other activities on school, whatever. And then I had to go clean some houses to support us, right? And then I had to be back to pick her up before 6 o'clock because they were charging me like $25 for every 5 minutes I was late.
Oh my God.
That might have been $1 million to me, right? Might as well. So I was just I would challenge myself to figure out how to go faster. So, and then another thing I'm sure everybody can relate to is that when you are cleaning, it's kind of like empty mind space, right? You ever notice that? Like you have a lot, you just kind of think like all kinds of crazy random thoughts when you're cleaning. And that was happening to me because I was doing that for like 3 or 4 hours, or two houses a day, whatever. And I realized that at the time I was taking business management classes. And at the time we had a class about, I think it was like Ford Motor Company. It was how to speed up processes. Okay. And so they did this experiment where they took auto parts and they put them on a conveyor belt. This gets scientific, you guys. I told you this is going to be interesting, right? So they put these parts on these conveyor belts, and they did these experiments where they had people do like 3 or 4 things to each part before it went down the belt, right? Yeah. Then they had the other experiment was one person did one thing and then it went down the belt. And what they discovered was one person doing one thing at a time was way faster. The production was much higher. So I was thinking about that with the cleaning. And I was like, well, if we just clean, you know where I'm going with this, right? That is going to save us so much time and it's going to go faster. So when you get to the second part of the book and you get to the actual system, we'll talk about that in a little bit. That's where that's going to take you. But that's how this. When
you like talk about like the conveyor belt thing, the first thing that came into my mind is like, do you ever see like I Love Lucy when she works at the candy factory and she's doing it and then she misses them because she can't do all the different things, so she's mixing them and then all the candies are piling up and everything. Like I don't know that.
You just said the key word, piling up. If you every day have a little bit of a routine. And you keep your house clean and neat.
Yes.
It doesn't get dirty. It only gets dirty 100%. And sloppy when you don't do it for a month or 2 years. Then you have then you got to get 10 people in to clean.
I think too, though, what you said about organizing, the difference between cleaning and organizing.
Yeah, there's a big difference.
Because I think that everybody like sees all, because I do that. I know I see stuff in the wrong place and we put it there and he's always like, where did things go? And we always like misplace things. And
no, you. Jimmy is wonderful in every respect, but
I'm not good at cleaning.
No, when Jimmy lived in college, I understand he and his roommates, you couldn't go in that room. The stench was unbearable. The roaches, the filth, the dirty underwear. Jimmy used to turn his underwear on backwards to wear them rather than washing them. I mean, this is what
I wasn't that bad.
This is what I married. Oh yes, you were. You told me that. This is what I married. And now I'm a very clean person. I have a routine. I wake up in the morning, I make my bagel, my coffee, and I clean my granite top. I clean my sink. And then later on, I wash the kitchen floor. And the kitchen always looks good. It's always clean. Then Slabo comes in, dirty dishes in the sink. And why he loves to leave food splattered, dried in the sink, I'll never know. That I have to put hot water on in a scouring thing. So it's really who you live with. That makes your life
I just want you guys to know that this is like one of the most common stories where 2 people get together and one is a real clean freak and the other one, it's like
with the odd couple.
Well, odd couple. I was just trying to say, what were their names? Oscar and Felix, right? And it's just the story you hear over and over and over again. And that's why this book, at the beginning, when I said it will make a huge difference in your life, that's part of it, okay? Because of the psychology of it, when we start to learn how to have a different attitude about it, it gets done. The other thing that I will bring up that you made an excellent point about that happens all the time is that, remember, this book is about a weekly house cleaning system. It's so you do weekly housework. Why do we do that? Because the point that you made, right? If we don't, things get overwhelming. Remember you used the word pile up, like the chocolates?
Oh, yeah, pile up.
It gets overwhelming. So what's the psychology behind that? Who wants to do any job that looks overwhelming? I mean, I've done hoarder houses.
You're right about that.
Yeah. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's an organizing job, if it's sorting through, stuff in the garage, like anything that's overwhelming is intimidating. And we find all these great excuses, right? To not have to do with it.
Definitely.
And so let's talk about the second part of the first part. So remember, we talked about the psychology and why we hate cleaning and, all the reasons why, right? The other thing is that I got a couple prompts for you guys. So let's say it's going to be our 12 o'clock cleaning.
Saturday.
I want to interrupt you for a second because we have people that come in and out of the show. For those of you who have just come in and joined us, this gal has written the most incredible book about, well, you tell them.
No Time to Clean. Listen to Pauline.
You tell them about your book and how much it
There
costs
you
and
go.
where
There
they
it
can
is.
get it.
Amazon.
Here it goes, Amazon,
Barnes and
baby.
Noble, $12.99. Piece of cake. Change your life. Absolutely.
go.
Join us. Join us, folks.
Revolutionize. Yeah, absolutely.
Join
So
us.
let's
She's
say
fabulous.
now, let's
She
say
doesn't stop talking, but she's fabulous. I gotta help you. I'm helping to pitch you. You gotta give me a break. I said she's fabulous. Listen to what she has to say. She's on the level. This is going to help you. Get the book.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know, I'm sorry, I talk a lot about it. You
I
can
do
tell I
too.
get excited because it's just, I know I have like a short period of time with everybody, and I just wish I had more time to teach everybody. So that's why I get a little.
But
that's
you
why
see, if they buy your book, they'll learn.
absolutely. But let's go back to Saturday, 12
Show us
o'clock.
our props. Okay, show you the props.
It's time to clean. And
Time
what
to
do we
clean.
pull out, right? We pull out our old dirty cleaning cloths, right? Now, right off the bat, who wants to do that job?
Not
As
me.
soon as I see that, I'm like, oh my God. So one of the things I did back in the day, before this term got adopted by the rest of the cleaning world, was I told everybody we're gonna not use that word anymore, rags, and we're gonna use the word cleaning cloths. And I taught people to go to the linen shop and get really your favorite color face cloths, because that was the right size and they're absorbent and stuff. But you could get pretty colors. Okay. Now on the market, what do we have we can clean with? They're called cleaning cloths, right? You see the colors? They're microfiber. So the cleaning world adopted that phrase, cleaning cloths. So that's what they're called now. So you can automatically see the change in attitude, right? When you're using something
Cleaning cloth instead of a rag.
Yeah, I use paper toweling and then I throw it away.
Yeah. And so cleaning cloths you can get on it. They cost nothing. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them at Target and Walmart. Like they're just everywhere. They're microfiber and they're amazing. They're pretty colors. So that kind of changes your attitude. So when you start changing the terminology and what you use, it kind of changes your attitude. But here's another really, really big one. And I think this goes mostly towards women, is that on our cleaning day, what we do is we put on our old, crappy jeans and our old shirt and put our hair up in a ponytail and no makeup, whatever. And then you're like, okay, well, who wants to do anything when you look like that, right? If you don't feel good about yourself. So here's the trick I teach people. I say, imagine that you're going to have an old college buddy. It's going to be a surprise. And they're going to knock on the door right when you're in the smack in the middle of cleaning and say, hey, let's go to lunch. The way you should dress is with the thought that if this person came and knocked on the door and said, hey, let's go to lunch, you should be able to literally just pull off the gloves, wash your hands, grab your keys, and you roll. So what does that mean? That means dressing half decent, right? I realized after all those years and all those houses.
You're in for something, Cookie.
No, like he said, though, like when they used to wear high heels. And the first thing that came to my mind is because if you have anybody who watches soap operas, which I know a lot of people on the show do, the people in soap operas always look beautiful and the houses always look, like clean and everything. And so it makes you think of like you need to look like a soap opera person.
Or look like those broads from Sex and the City. They never clean. Never see them cleaning? Never.
Ron, I want to take a trip down memory lane with you because I spent hours and hours and hours trying to find these old videos on YouTube and I couldn't find them anywhere. But there used to be a commercial and I'm pretty sure that the product was Mop and Glow, but the lady was in an evening gown and in heels, and she was mopping the floor with Mop and Glow.
No, it's true. No, I know drag queens in gowns that mopped, but not the floor. But anyway,
if you're not dressed like a slob, right? So now you feel good about yourself. And you're using products and equipment that make you happy too. Like I say, use your favorite clean colors. You see where we're going here. Like this is changing the stigmatism of how much you hate doing this job. Because what do we call it? We call it a dirty job. And I realized after all those houses I cleaned, you know how many times I ruined an outfit? Because remember, I would go from school to dealing with the president of a university to go clean a house. I didn't have time to change. I had to get my kid. I had to get the house clean and go get my kid. Right? You know how many outfits I ruined in all those years?
None.
Zero. I never ruined an outfit. So, I mean, unless you're using bleach, obviously you want to be a little careful with that. But so changing the attitude, right? No time to clean, listen to Pauline, takes you to a place where you feel good about yourself in the chore that you're doing. I see this girl, I wear makeup for everything. Woohoo!
No, you said dress up when you clean. I mean, I don't. I deliberately put on, as you said, I don't shave, I don't do anything, because I'm going to be on my knees scrubbing and doing. And if my friends ring the doorbell, guess what? They look just like me. Nobody dresses in Palm Springs. They all look like slobs.
Oh, wow.
No, they wear are t-shirts, Bermuda shorts, and a hat backwards, and sneakers. So,
What matters?
None of my friends doll up.
You know what matters, Ron, is how you feel about yourself.
You know what? I always feel good about myself. I don't need to be dressed. I feel good when my house is clean. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? When your house is clean, how do you feel? That's an emotion we have to discuss.
100%. And that's where this whole book is going.
Good.
Because the whole book is designed to make you
feel good about yourself.
Stop thinking about cleaning. Yes. I tell people you need to regain your weekends, right? Take your time back. Spend that extra. I've had people tell me it takes them 8 hours. You know what my book promises? I mean, after you get it down pat, which shouldn't take more than 3 times. And we'll talk about that too when we get to the second part of the book. But is that, you should have extra time for yourself. And spending all these hours aimlessly wandering around the house, just cleaning, not knowing what you're doing, not having a system, mixing the organizing and saying my house isn't clean is a whole different ball game. And going back real quick to when we talked about, and here's one of my favorite lines for the OCD people, because they can't stand it. When I was talking to Wendy, she was so funny.
Wendy Stewart and Tim.
Yeah, oh my God! That you guys got to re-listen to that show. It is.
Oh, they are super. They're super dear friends, and I've been on that show, and I love both of them.
Oh, you have to listen to my interview with them. It's hysterical. But anyway, so what happens is that, when you start feeling good enough about yourself, when you take the stigma out of it. That's where I'm going with this, Ron, right? So however you dress to clean, I'm just saying, don't take it down a notch when you're dressing and think, oh, this is such a dirty job, the psychology of it, right? Just dress the way that you feel comfortable. Like I said, if someone knocked on the door and wanted to go to lunch, you wouldn't be embarrassed, right? So,
as I said before, the people that come to our house, they look like listen, I had a very famous English singer on our show, and I had to tell her, how dare you come on my show looking the way you do? She hadn't any makeup. Her hair was piled on her head. She was in a ripped, dirty sweatshirt.
Wow.
Oh, wait, do me a favor.
Yeah. And I told her, there's 5 million people watching this show. Is this the image that you want to show everybody? So people don't dress today. Ripped jeans, ripped sweatshirts, torn jeans. That's in. So you know what I'm saying. But I agree with what you're saying.
So Ron's best friend lives in Long Island, and she just sent me a text message. The girl you have on today is inspiring me to clean. So say hi to Terry Vecchio.
Meanwhile, let me tell you about my friend Terry. I know her 64 years. She's like my sister.
Oh
no, she cleans and her husband supervises. Oh yeah, you got to see the fight. I love to go there because they fight like crazy. It's hilarious. She's cleaning, and John is telling her how to clean, and she's turning around telling him, get out of the house, leave me alone, drive me crazy. It's really, so talk about that.
No, hang on.
Wait, husbands telling wives how to clean. That's terrible. Is that in your book?
It won't. Listen, it won't.
Put another chapter. We need that.
It won't need to be there, because let me just tell you, if you buy the book and follow the rules, right? And we'll talk about that also when we get to that part, because the book isn't. I give you guidelines, right? Everything in the book is about you. And I talk about it over and over again. I remind the reader that this is a kind of a model for you to follow. But what are we talking about this whole time? It's about you and how you feel, right? And Ron, I'm giving you guidelines here, and you're saying, well, this is how I do things. What I tell the reader through the whole time is that this is just an idea for you guys to follow. You have to do things your way. So when Pauline says, do this first and then do that second, you say, no, I like to do this that way. That's okay. It's not like a stringent rule where the whole world is going to fall apart, because it's about you and how you feel. This whole book is about how you feel, at the end of the day.
Okay. I want to solve all of your problems in the book very easily. Find a rich man, get a maid.
Excellent idea.
And then you don't have to do a fucking thing.
Let me throw something else out there. Two things. One is the maid needs to buy the book. That's number one.
Yes, absolutely.
You go.
Everyone needs to buy this book because it's hilarious.
Number two.
I would love to leave this on a coffee table. This book on. Oh wait, if you had this on the I know all my gay friends would scream from this. All you gay people buy this book.
So hold on.
Could you imagine going to somebody's house for a cocktail party and there's a book, How to Clean by Pauline? I mean, it's a scream. Oh, yeah. How to Clean by Pauline.
No time to clean.
It's a scream.
Listen to Pauline. It's a scream. Yes. So hang on, Pauline. I got to tell you because we have like 10 minutes. So let's go to the second part.
We could go over time.
No, we can't.
We can't. Go
Okay.
over
Let me throw in one more thing.
Go.
I really want your listeners to pay attention to this because I was in the screening room. I was listening to your other previous guest. Okay. The other thing that I tell people that seems to get a lot of attention, people that have read the book, they pick up on this all the time, is that, when it's time to clean and going back into trying to set a positive mindset, what's the one thing that puts everybody in a good mood all the time?
Music,
right? I tell them,
Johnny Mantis, Johnny Mantis.
Blast your favorite music while you're cleaning. And if anyone in the house has a complaint about the music's too loud and the teenagers are still trying to sleep and the guy's working, whatever's going on, you tell them that when it's their turn for their weekly house cleaning chores, that they can play whatever music they want.
Yeah, lots of luck, sister. Lots of luck. With Jimmy, lots of luck.
But let's fast forward quickly to part 2. So part 2 is when it actually comes down to the system. And let me pull another let's see where I have that. So another thing I did in the book, when you get down to part 2, chapter 6 starts, what actually starts telling you about the system. I actually tell you where to start. I actually have a map in the book to show you where to start and give you the concept. And I even show you where you're going to set up your cleaning stuff. Okay. What I do is I don't make product recommendations. No product recommendations. I save that for Facebook and Instagram and all that fun stuff. But what I do is I give you a list of the equipment you should have, the type of equipment, and then the type of cleaning products, okay? And then I get you started, all right? So what I thought about was, all right, so people are going to walk around, and you guys see the book, right? Look how little it is. It's literally just a little manual.
You know what? Hold it up and closer to the camera.
Closer?
Come in, that's so we know what it looks like. Okay, it's a powder blue book. Okay,
yeah.
Good.
So look how thin it is, right? It's just
it's only $12, folks.
$12.99.
That's
a
steal.
Small manual that has augmented reality in it. I don't know if any of y'all are familiar with augmented reality, but I'm one of the 15th person in the world that has augmented reality in her book. I happened to team up with a co-publishing company that was the first publishing company to have augmented reality. And so what it is you download the app. And where you see the certain markers, you put the phone on the marker and it brings up a video and it shows me actually doing like some of my favorite tricks, right?
Wow,
so,
that's terrific.
Yeah, it's really awesome. But
and
anyway,
I want to say something else. Folks, this is a single mom still raising a daughter. Buy this book and help her out. She could use the money. She's working hard to sell this book. So if you have a heart, buy the book. She's a working mom, a single working mom, and I respect you because I raised 2 kids alone. So I know what it's like.
I just want to let you know I'm actually on to grandchildren now. So
the kid got married?
Oh yeah, I wrote that. My daughter's 38 years old. I'm 60.
Oh, you're an old broad too.
Yes, I am.
You look young. I thought you were like 45 or something.
Oh, thank you. Somebody said that to me the other day. That exact age.
You look good. You look good for somebody who cleans.
Right? Because I had
because she has the system.
who cleans? Listen, get us to this system right away. We're all dying to know.
Okay, so here's the deal. So what I did was I printed out, and if you buy the book, you'll see the bonus in the back of the book.
They will buy the book. Don't say if. Say when you buy my book.
Copy. Yeah, my goal is 1 million people. I want to reach 1 million people. Then I'm going to put it.
And you will.
in Spanish. I got to put it, and I'm working on that now. But anyway, so what I thought about was people aren't going to walk around with the book to follow the outlines, the system. So I got the idea. What I did was, the bonus in the book is you print out, you go and you'll see the printed out version. So it's just outlined. You print these out, you just stick them in your bucket so you can follow the outline off of here instead of having to drag the book in with you. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yes, that's easy.
So you don't have to worry about the book. And then, if you get these dirty or whatever. But I will tell you, we're going back to the system is that after the third time, I don't think anybody is going to really need, I think 2 to 3 the most times of having to refer back to the printout because it's intuitive. Everything is you start in a circle, you work from top to bottom, you'll get it. And then after that, you'll never have to refer back to this.
Can I give a tip, a quick tip?
Please.
Do not dust and then vacuum.
Yeah.
Vacuum first and then dust because the vacuum picks up dust.
But
it's double work.
If you have a good vacuum with a HEPA filter, it's going to suck that up. But here's the thing. The reason why you want to do dust first, Ron, is because it falls.
No, not in my house. We live in Palm Springs. The sand blows all over. No, we don't have dust. We have sand. Fine sand.
But you know what? You're doing a great job at making a point, a really good point. That is what I'm trying to say. If that's what works for you, that's what you need to do. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Yeah. I love you anyway. Whatever you say, I adore you. I think you're wonderful. And I think your book has definitely got to be on somebody's on our coffee table, signed by you.
That's awesome. I appreciate it. But yeah, so when you get to this, so the second part of the book is when you get to the nitty gritty, you get to the system, it's going to help free up your weekends. It's going to give you more time to think about yourself and your family, whatever it is you want to do, And I believe that we all deserve more time, right? Absolutely. And going back to the whole COVID
and also
thing,
another thing, don't be a slob. Put it back where it belongs. This way you don't have to rearrange, organize, as she said.
Yeah.
If you pick up after yourself and if you tidy up, you don't have to put 8 hours. Who the frick cleans 8 hours?
No, you don't. Not if you read her book, and nobody does.
I never did 8 hours. I'd kill myself. What are you, nuts? I can't wait to read your book. I really mean it. It's going to be a hoot.
Oh, I would love some feedback. I really would love.
Oh, you will get. Next time you come on, we'll find out how well you did.
Yeah.
And I'm going to see if the system works.
About what people think, about what people think about the book and how the system changed their lives, because it literally will. And the other thing,
you should really write about Italian people. Italian people have this thing about cleaning. It's like, oh my God, you got to clean. Somebody's coming. Company's
like
coming.
Terry.
You got to clean, and that house got to be spotless.
Ron,
Sue Wong came to our house for dinner, and the first thing she said when she walked in was, "Oh my God, your home is immaculate." And that's the truth. Am I lying? That's the first thing Sue Wong said.
Yes, she said it, except for that, like, we spent hours cleaning.
Well, of course we did. No, we didn't. No, we made it better because we have guests. Now talk about that. If you're having guests, what should you do?
We only have a minute, so let's talk
I want
about
more. You can run over a little.
We can't run over. The show ends.
I
There's
love
another
her.
show.
You're coming back. You're coming back. You're coming back.
So anyway, we have 1 minute.
But do that about what I just said.
You guys, this is Pauline Irene Stacey.
I gotta get the book.
The name of the book is No Time to Clean. Listen to Pauline. It's available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble. You can go to her website, PaulineIreneStacey.com. She's got a blog on there, and she has a great article about bad lingering smells coming out of your microwave and how you clean the bad smells from your
you're coming
microwave.
Back. You are coming back.
So
no question
you
about
definitely want to go check out PaulineIreneStacey.com. Get this book. It'll save you 5 hours a week cleaning, and you can have a life.
Pauline,
follow me on Instagram and Facebook because I give so many more tips. Big time.
Pauline, we book way in advance. So if one of our guests falls through because of illness or something, can we call you and you'll substitute?
Done.
You're our next substitute.
Next.
You gotta love it. So you guys,
and I want to know about this cleaning
bullshit.
This
is Pauline Irene Stacey, everybody. Follow her on Instagram. We want to thank you for coming on. Everybody buy the book. It's a fabulous book. And that's it, because we got to go.
And you know who you look like? A good friend of ours, Lara Spencer. From ABC Good Morning America. You look like Lara. You do.
Oh, I hope that's a compliment.
You don't know who Lara is from Good
I don't.
Morning? She's a very beautiful blonde. She's my daughter's best friend.
I'm gonna look her up.
Lara,
Yes, look her up.
You've never watched Good Morning America with Lara Spencer?
Yeah, I don't watch TV.
Oh,
I'm
well,
working. I'm working.
You're too
She's
busy
working.
cleaning.
No, I'm not busy cleaning. The cleaning's all done.
Hey, good for you. She's just busy. I love
I
it.
love it. Good
Thank
luck
you,
with-
Pauline. Bye bye,
Good
everybody.
luck with your book.
Take care.
Hey, chat room.
All
Thanks,
right.
thanks
Good
everybody
book.
in the chat room. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks, Roxy. You guys will
Bye-bye,
see everybody next
everybody.
week. Bye bye.
And Terry, hugs and you and John.
Bye.
Bye.
Can turn out to be so wrong. Yeah, we in the mix. Yeah, we in the mix. It's another episode. Here we go. The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. Interviewing the hottest, newest, and truest of today's celebrities. Make sure to subscribe so you can get notified weekly. Jimmy Star, he's the king of cool. Ron Russell, he's a gorgeous dude. Chat room is live and you would be a fool not to vibe with us at the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. Come watch it live on W4CY Radio. Miss some past episodes? Download on iTunes. The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. It's the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell.